Hi. Sorry it's a little bit later than I expected this video, a few days later. I've just been really busy with various other things, okay? But hopefully this weekend we should have a little bit of a timetable in place of when things are going to reopen, including, fingers crossed, the gyms. Now, personally, I don't think they're going to be in that first wave of businesses that are allowed to open. And when they do reopen, there's definitely going to be social distancing measures that are going to have to be applied, including things such as limited time in the gym, limited numbers in the gym, which will all probably depend on floor space available and so on. So those gyms with loads and loads of space are going to be allowed to let more people in. And I do think there will be social distancing measures expected, so you won't be at a training with a training partner unless you probably live with them. But we will see. Anyway, what this is about is what you need to do when you go back to the gym. Now, most people have been trying to do a little bit of exercise whilst this lockdown's been on. A lot of that's included walking, and a lot of people doing these 5k runs, absolutely fantastic. I've seen a lot of people doing these 5k runs who I know for a fact absolutely detest running. Lots of bike rides with kids and so on. Quite a few lads I know, cyclists, who've managed to up the distance quite a lot, so have benefited from that. And people with bits and bats of kit at home, so they've been training. However, not many people have the kit at home that they get in the gym. So yeah, do you know what? I've got a TRX, I've got a spin bike, got a few bits and bats. I don't have a squat rack. I don't know anyone who has got a squat rack. I know a few people who've got treadmills. I don't know anyone who's got a Stairmaster. I know a few people with rowers. But again, when you're in the gym if I go in the gym on a rower, I'll work a lot harder than I would on a rower at home. So these are all things that you're gonna have to take into account when you go back to the gym. So let's go day one in the gym. We go in leg day. We've missed leg day. I'm gonna do legs today. If you go in there and do what you did before lockdown, you're probably going to spend a couple of months coming to see me for some treatment because you're going to hurt yourself. What you're all going to have to do, and this may sound like common sense, but I know a lot of people who probably won't do this, what you're going to have to do is take your training back a few levels. Probably not back to stage one when you first started in the gym, but you're certainly going to have to take it back a little bit. I would personally advise for that first week, you drop your weights to no more than 50% of what you were lifting before. Maybe increase your rep range in what you'd normally do, but I'd definitely look at dropping the weights considerable amount to start with. Just get your body used to doing the things that you were doing before. The exercises, the technique, the way you do your squats, the way you do your deadlifts, your bench press, whatever other exercise you happen to do in a gym, the travelling lunges and so on. If you go straight back to where you were before, you're not going to progress. You're going to actually cause yourself more problems than anything, okay? And you're going to find yourself being injured, okay? So, for example, I've got a footballer coming back from injury. The manager says to me, "Can he play yet?" And my answer is going to be, "Well, no, we need to build him up to that." Okay, he won't go from being injured for 6 weeks of a hamstring injury to playing 90 minutes in a match. Okay, he'd take part in training, he might play in a practice match, he might come on as a sub for the last 15 minutes in the main game. Okay, but it's very rare that he'd go straight in and play the full 90 minutes high intensity. Okay, so it's exactly the same with your training. However, whatever level you're at, you've got to go back, because if you don't, you're going to cause problems. Okay, it's probably a really, really good time to kind of have a look at your training programs. Okay, it's probably a really good time to look at what your targets are, and reassess them, because you're gonna have to change them. Okay, so this year my targets were that I was booked in for 3 triathlons and I was looking to do a 4th triathlon. That's gone by the wayside. So if in September there's a triathlon that I can enter, it's very unlikely my training is going to be at the level for me to do that the way I wanted to do it. Okay, so you've got to do the same with your training, whatever your targets are, whether it's weight loss, whether you're training for a specific sport, or whether you're just training for rehab. You've got to just go back, reassess those targets, okay, and then reevaluate your training program. what you can then do is start that progression. Now, it may well be that you progress a lot quicker than you did when you first started, okay, because of what your body's used to and what it's done in the past. Okay, now what I would certainly advise is that you listen to the instructors at the gym, you listen to your personal trainer if you've got one. If you don't have a personal trainer or a coach, get yourself one, even if it's only for a week or two, even if it's only for someone to put your program together, to assess where you're at and to help with some target setting. I have quite a few clients who I see once every 2 or 3 months, and we assess them, we reassess the program, we rewrite the program, and off we go and do it. Okay, but you might find if you've never worked with a trainer before that it's something you enjoy doing, and you get a whole new perspective. Okay, so use all that advice that's there. Most of the gyms have got some really good, knowledgeable staff in there. Use them, tap into them. Okay, but most importantly, what I would definitely say is listen to what your body's telling you. So if you go back and you drop back and you're not doing it as high intensity as you were doing it before, and your weights are a lot smaller, and the day after you can't walk, and 2 days after that you can't walk, and on maybe day 5 you can just about walk, you've done too much. So just dial it back in a little bit as well. All right. Same with your diet. A lot of people have eaten a lot more over the last few weeks. You see it all the time on social media. Can't keep away from the fridge, or snack 27 of a day and it's only 10 in the morning. Don't think, right, I need to lose a stone that I put on, or half a stone that I put on. Don't then just set yourself diet targets that are unrealistic. Okay, just rein it in a little bit. Small changes will lead to big gains or big losses, depending on what you're trying to do. If you do all that and kind of take it for what it is, okay, you'll get to where you need to be. Not probably when we want it to be, but let's be honest, we don't need beach bodies this summer because we're probably not going to get to go away. So just take everything back. If you're not sure again with your diet, ask someone who does. Ask a trainer, ask a coach, ask a nutritionist. Drop me a message, I'll help you out with that. I'll point you in the right direction. I can put a diet together for you, or I can point you in the right direction to do it yourself, which is what a lot of people like to do. In the meantime, between now and the gym's getting open, have a look at what you are doing at home. Can you increase it a little bit? Okay. Can you increase your steps each day? Okay, to get your NEAT up. If you're not sure what your NEAT is, check back on one of my other videos. It tells you all about NEAT. Okay, can you get your NEAT up? Can you increase how many press ups you do? Can you increase your body weight squats? Can you go for a slightly longer run? Okay. Can you go for the same run but a little bit faster? Okay, and all these little things, just to almost kind of preparing yourself a little bit like a sports person, football or a rugby player would do pre-season training. This is now, it's time to hit pre-season training before those gyms are back open. Any problems at all, you're not sure, you need any guidance, feel free to drop me a message. I'm happily help anybody out who needs a bit of guidance, and hopefully these gyms will be open soon and we can all get back to hitting those targets, whether it's weight loss, muscle gain, sport specific or rehab. Anyway, till next time, take care of each other.